So how to make thousands trading the US30. Now, of course, we need large capital and we can seek funding through various different firms. Check out the caption below for more information on that, but we're gonna get stuck into the strategy video very, very shortly. You can enter with high volume during market open, super tight stops, great take profit targets, and ultimately a great reward ratio. Now, if you are commenting on the previous video, make sure to stick around because we're gonna announce the winner of that in this video. So if you are the winner, get in contact or we'll drop you a message if you comment below. And yeah, enjoy the video. So guys, welcome. We are now very shortly going to get into this video. We're going to talk about this strategy. We're going to highlight the ins and outs. We're going to highlight the trends. We're going to highlight everything that preaches our strategy, something that you can learn straight away. Stick around. Remember, we are going to announce the winner for the previous giveaway. As we get more comments, we're going to introduce more kind of giveaways, okay? So, you know, there's about 40, 50 comments. So let's say if we get 100 comments next time, we'll do 2 lots of $25. So stick around because we will announce the winner, you know, in this video. And what's going to happen is just drop us a message. We'll get back to you and we'll ping that via crypto. So without further ado, getting into the strategy, you guys know our strategy is called trading between the zones. We trade from one zone to the next zone and we manage the position in between, okay? Now, US30, those that have traded it understand how volatile it is, how much opportunity can be presented, and, you know, just how profitable it can be. While something can be profitable, it can also be extremely emotionally damaging, okay? Experiencing quick losses, it might incline you to revenge trade. So just understand this is different to FX and understand you need to be more disciplined maybe, but with more discipline, with more kind of respect comes more profit, more profitability, more kind of financial gain at the end of the month now. We're just simply following the zones here. We're literally marking support, we're marking resistance. This is all in hindsight, of course, but you know, we were trading from Thursday and Friday last week, and you know, we really managed to, or this week in fact, we were trading Thursday and Friday, and then 24th, yeah, and then you know, things then started to reverse on us, right? So we ended up breaking upside, and then we formed a new range. We're going to talk about that, but typically the way it works is, you know, what you'll get is when we're ranging, stock market open needs some sort of justification to break higher, okay? Some sort of catalyst maybe. And until that, you know, until data or headlines or surges of economic data points warrant a breakout or break below, then, you know, we're just going to range. It's the same as FX, but there's a much more opportunity here in consolidation ranges with indices than there is with FX, okay? Now, we've highlighted here this 37,800 price, 37,800. Now we're resisting, we're resisting, we're resisting, we're resisting, we're resisting, we're resisting. I mean, that's an obvious range. And once we had this kind of top out and exhaustion here, that's when we formed this red box and we thought, well, if it's going to happen again, you know, let's try and take an opportunity. Again, we've came in, found some supply on the hourly, again from previous supply here. So, you know, if we want to annotate that, we can highlight that obviously, hourly supply, H1 supply, and then again, you know, we've just got evident resistance here. I mean, res, and then, you know, let's just check other time frames as well. What do we see? What do we notice? You know, it's holding very, very, very well. So, you know, the boxes are ticked so far. With regards to support, once we had this and this and this, we'd probably then look to kind of extrapolate a zone with a few amendments really. This would have been the first initial close and open. Here where we close and open, we take the bottom of the zone just shy of here, and again we came back downside here. So, you know, with market gap upside on the market open here, we kind of spiked a bit higher and then we started to climb and so on and so forth, right? So generally speaking, we've got opportunities to kind of sell from resistance and buy from support. We've got a nice setup here. We're kind of set up for a few trades now. So after this, you know, play, we've got an extension. We can use this support zone to buy. And after this kind of exhaustion here, we could have dragged that across and formed a resistance to sell from. Now, the strategy gets into the market open, and the market open is where the value lays. And this is basically highlighting trends, okay? Highlighting sequences that we've seen within the week. The sequences that we've seen in the week, you know, even going back here, but it wasn't as, you know, evident as aggressive, was we're trending in one direction and then we spike to retest the previous highs and then we tank again, okay? So we're in that region. I mean, we're not quite there, but, you know, 1813 or 813 to, you know, 8790, so 23 points. And if you trade indices, you know that's not a lot. Now here, it's been pip perfect, Now we sell off pre-market, we sell off, okay? Market open at 2 p.m. We wick up to retest the previous highs like we mentioned, and then we tanked in the other direction. Okay, then market close. For the UK session, we still got a few more hours with stock markets, and then we climb back up again. Now, the next day, so this was the move, this was the trading opportunity here. This retest of previous daily highs, or the current daily highs, before tanking in the right direction of the pre-market trend. Now, again, this is the pre-market trend, pre-market open, right? We sell off, we sell off, we sell off, we sell off. What happens? Market open, 2 o'clock candle, we put higher, we come back into that sell zone, and then we continue in the right direction of the previous trend. So we simply look to target and use those previous high prices to then come back down to get our entries here, for example, in the middle of the zone, let's say, with stops just covering everything to the left. What do we have? Just this, very, very tight, like we mentioned, great opportunity. 44-point stops with huge targets of 650 points. So this range was extortionate. And for the most part, we were actually coming down to 400. So when we were trading this and signaling this, we were actually trading to 400 price. It was only when we broke 400, which is when we kind of highlighted this zone here. We didn't unfortunately buy this, but we sold twice down to 400. And then we caught a bit of a breakout scalp trade. Again, we called all of this in our alerts group, but this was the majority of the range. And this still offers a huge 7-8 hour trade opportunity, right? So really, really good. We caught this on our funded accounts. We've posted content on this on our Instagram and so on and so forth. But again, what do we notice? The trend is retesting the daily highs and then selling off again. And then we saw a bit of consolidation. We're moving into the next week now. And then again, the next day, we're kind of trading again. What happens? We pop higher and then bang, back down, wick up again. So again, we're selling off, selling off, selling off. And then this is the 2 p.m. We wick up and then go back down again. So we just retest the previous zone. Now, again, if we see here, we've got, we're selling off, selling off, selling off, selling off. And then we wick up and then we come back down again. So as market opens, we have a whipsaw effect, and we've just got to monitor the zones previous or prior to the lows and the highs and think, right, we can buy here or we can sell here. It's as simple as that. But failing that, if you're not looking to trade the ranges and the breakouts, look how evident these zones are and these ranges are, right? So we've got this one here, and we can sell from resistance, we can buy from support, really, really easy stuff. We can catch big trending moves, we can catch breakouts if we're in it from the bottom or in it from the top and we're looking to break downside. And then we've got another range here. So we've marginally broken out. I mean, it's a tricky one. Market open's going to be interesting. Now, we broke out, obviously, this range on Friday last week, and then we popped higher, and then this week, we've kind of almost broken out again. So let's just mark some indicative zones on. And again, we're obviously going to use the retest price for this. Now, imagine we broke out 37,800. We break out, what happens? We retest to the point, pretty much to the point, 800, and then we extend higher again. Again, another 250 points. 250 points when you're trading with kind of 30, 40 point stops. We're in the hourly time frame now, and again, you can just see how clear this is. All we're looking to do, we highlight our zone, the retest price. We're looking to target the previous highs, which is the breakout highs here. So we annotate this again, breakout highs. We can only target where we've previously been, right? And again, stops, you take a bit of a stab in the dark with this one. Maybe 50 points, 40 points, depending on, how you want to be with it, how you want to play it. We like to use the whole numbers for entry, so 800, 700, and so on and so forth, if we can. Here we've got 38k. We'd look to enter around 38k, with the exceptions of a few wicks. Huge psychological price. But again, we come up and we sell off. We're back to support. Now, what can we do? We can simply highlight these obvious zones, right? 800 price again. There we go. We come back up. Here, let's initially say we pop here and then come back down. Or even in this instance, we would have probably bulletproofed, taken a bit of profit, exhausted, and then reversed on us, right? So in hindsight, that's what would have happened. Again, if we come back from that 800 price, probably would have been closer stops there. We didn't trade all of these. This is just like, in hindsight, we're not going to trade everything that we see. Once we've made a couple of percent, a few, what we're happy with on each account, we usually cash for the day. Now, again, so, we've got the buy setups here. We can easily mark on the sell setups, the short positions from the kind of breakout high. Stops are going to be bigger in this instance, I reckon, because, we've got something to play with here. So maybe we could have been even more aggressive here, or we could have been more conservative. It really depends on your trading appetite. But again, we're going to be covering that. Coming all the way down, there's one, and then if we've done another one, I mean, again, we haven't marked on the zone here like we've got here, but we've certainly got some kind of historic price to cover. Whether we enter at 38, like we said before, the whole number, we would have been a lot more aggressive with that, with the entries, but given previous price, we would have probably tried to enter as close to this close and open as possible, which would have put you on the black line. We would have got an entry here, no doubt. We would have been shy here, possibly. Again, all speculative, back testing, forward testing. You can take it as what you want. You can, you know, manipulate the numbers. You can kind of falsify things. You're not doing yourself any kind of grace or justice. You know, you're only kind of lying to yourself. But again, during this, you've got dozens or half a dozen to a dozen trades. You know, you only need to capitalize on one or two, and you know, you can really bank some great yield. So food for thought. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get into the giveaway. We're going to give a comment to someone in a short second, and it's going to land on here. So here we go. This is going to be the winner. Congrats. Congrats. You won this week's $25. Please DM us. There we go. That is the reply, and congratulations. Again, you know, there's going to be another one for this video as well. On the next one, you're going to get the giveaway announcement, and, you know, another $25 to be won. So again, super easy stuff, just trading ranges. And then what happens? Look, we break out. Okay, right, great. We break out here. What do we notice? We come back into the zone. There's your zone. There's your target. We look for 3 Rs as a minimum. And then again, you may be just short. We could have possibly entered here. We might have taken a stop loss in hindsight. We bounced circa 100 or so pips. But again, if we were using the 38k price again, would we have come into that zone? Nope, just shy of. So again, you know, we'd often experience really quick wins, but then we'd often experience liquidity lows and spikes, which kind of stops you out. You take a loss, and then it goes in your anticipated direction. So again, just food for thought. You can get wins very quickly. You can make great return trades. You can really optimize the volume from market open, like we've seen on the kind of whipsaws before. Really high, fast-paced moves. You know, here we've got, so we were selling off pre-market. Again, marginally, we come up to retest the highs, and then we continue in the downtrend, okay? You know, we're coming up here. What do we have? We have 3-1. We come down, and then we go back up for stock market open, right? So we're uptrending. We wick down to a previous low, and then we pop higher. And then what happens? We sell off again. What happens here? We've got the next day. We're moving into 1, 2, 3. So again, here's 12. So before stock market open, we trend higher, and then we come back down, consolidate, and then we'd have to look at the lower time frames to kind of dig into this one. But again, you can see around stock market open the volume that it brings. You know, within 3-hour candles here, you know, even out of hours just before market close, we've seen huge moves. So yeah, food for thought. Have a little play. Comment below what you think. It's a bit of an animal, you know, you need a bit of experience, you need to kind of get familiar with it, but there's a wealth of money to be made here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment as well to enter the giveaway. Check out the description below for all the kind of products and services that we offer, as well as free access bits and pieces too, and we'll see you on the next one.